Hello guys and welcome back to the F1 Tube YouTube channel, and in today's video I will be doing my Q&A to celebrate 100 subscribers on this channel. In the past month I have asked you guys to send in questions, whether it's relating to F1 or just anything, not too personal but just anything, and I have the questions here to answer. Once more guys, I just want to say thank you for 100 subscribers on this YouTube channel. It's you guys that keep me going, impulsing me to pump out fresh new content, so again, thank you. The first question I have is, how and when did I start watching Formula 1? And to be quite honest, my first memory of F1 was the 2013 British Grand Prix, notoriously known for, let's say, the collection of punctures that ensued in that race. So the 2013 season was the first season I watched F1, or was the season where I started to watch F1. However, I only watched a handful of races that season. I only remember watching the British and Indian Grand Prix. In 2014, I can only remember watching the British Grand Prix really in the first half of the season, but come the second half of the season, I was watching about 75% of the races. And in those two seasons, I never watched qualifying, and I never really kept an eye out for what time the race started. I only really started watching if I was flicking through the channels. In 2015, again, I didn't watch many races in the first half of the season. I can only remember watching the Monaco, British and Hungarian Grand Prix, but post the summer break I was pretty much watching every single one of the Grand Prix. And in that season I do remember watching my first ever qualifying session, but that was the season ending Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. But come 2016, if time allowed, if I wasn't doing any of my hobbies, if I wasn't fast asleep in the middle of the night, or if I wasn't at school, I was watching every practice, qualifying and race sessions there was. So you could say that 2016 was the first full season I started to watch F1, and ever since that year my love and passion for the sport has only been growing. I remember at the beginning, or before the 2017 season, I was looking through the history of Formula 1 and just exploring all the different elements that have unfolded in the history of the pinnacle of motorsport. And as my passion for F1 grew and grew, I decided at the end of 2018 that I would start my own F1 based YouTube channel. The next question asks, what will it take for Sebastian Vettel to win a 5th World Championship? And if I'm honest, it would be to leave Ferrari and go to a team where the team and the car is good enough to win a World Championship. A, because there is too much toxicity in Ferrari for Vettel to excel. I think that Vettel prefers working in a more relaxed environment, and Ferrari at the moment, especially with the rise in Charles Leclerc, is not giving that luxury to the German. B, because Vettel clearly, in my mind, needs a car that suits his driving style. Ferrari have looked away from the type of car that suits Vettel's driving style, and their 2019 Challenger definitely suited Leclerc more than Vettel, and that's judging by their 2019 performances as a whole. And C, I believe that Vettel needs to find a team that reignites his love for Formula 1, because honestly I don't think his head's right in it at the moment, which no doubt was caused after that controversial Canadian Grand Prix. Question 3. Who is my favourite driver in Formula 1? And the answer to that is Lewis Hamilton. The first race I watched, the British Grand Prix in 2013, Hamilton was the standout driver. At his home race he started from pole, then he suffered a puncture, dropped all the way to last, but he drove a sensational race, and it was an inspired comeback to bounce back to P4. And ever since then, he's been an inspiration to me. You look at the way that Hamilton has advertised Formula 1 in the years he's been in the sport. He's captivated so many, and I believe he deserves the recognition for that. Because I sincerely believe that F1 wouldn't be in the place that it's in today if it wasn't for Lewis Hamilton. And apart from that, I don't really know how I became a Lewis Hamilton fan, but When I reflect upon my years in watching Formula 1, I look at 2016 and especially the Malaysian Grand Prix, where I was irresponsibly passionate about Lewis Hamilton, let's say. Obviously, he retired from the lead of the race in agonising fashion, and you could see how dejected he was after, the mechanical failure. And I remember after that race when I saw Nico Rosberg cross the line in third, which, let's be honest, gave him a massive step towards his world championship. I remember just walking up the stairs in so much frustration. Then I came into my bedroom and collapsed onto my knees in so much despair because I was absolutely gutted. Thankfully, I have matured in the past few years concerning my passion for Lewis Hamilton. I still am rooting for him. I always root for him to win, and even when there are boring races, it feels more exciting because my favourite drivers out in front. Use the French Grand Prix as an example where Hamilton was dominating, but I wouldn't say I sob after certain races. This question did come with an extra part saying, who do I believe the GOAT is in Formula 1? And what I say to that is, I will be devising a top 5 list in the next few years. I'm not going to do that at the moment because with the rise of Lewis Hamilton, especially in the past few years, the order could change. So I'm going to leave it for the moment and see where it is in a couple of years' time. Next question. How old am I? Now, I'm not going to say my precise age for this answer, but what I will say is that I was born in a Michael Schumacher championship winning year. And finally, do I watch any other F1 related YouTube channels? Yes, I do. Now guys, I'm not going to mention any of my subscribers because I have checked or seen some of them because it is nice to see who is subscribed to you. And guys, if you want me to check out your channels, please let me know down in the comment section below. That sounds really weird. But yeah, to answer that question, I do watch other F1 related YouTube channels. I won't say who, but I'll say that I do like opinions, so I do listen to I do watch various different channels. Now guys, one other thing I did promise for reaching 100 subscribers was a face reveal. So here it is. So guys, this is my rather grotesque looking face, and I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to put this face together with my dulcet tones, but yeah, this is my face nonetheless. And if you are wondering why the screen is fuzzing up a little bit, or quite a lot actually, it's because I film each and every one of my F1 Tube YouTube videos using my iPad, so that probably answers why my videos aren't as good in terms of quality as you'd expect. Looking at that again just makes me think, blimmin' heck, no wonder I am single. Okay guys, following that hallucination, I want to quickly thank you once more for 100 subscribers and the support that you give me. 2019 has been a year of resilience for me to keep on going, and like I said, that is thanks to you guys for the positive feedback that you give me. This will be my last video I post before Christmas, so if you celebrate the events, I wish you all a very Merry Christmas. So guys, that is it for today's video. Please like this video, comment down below what you thought to the answers of my Q&A, and please subscribe if you haven't already to the F1 Tube YouTube channel. But until next time guys, have a Merry Christmas and I'll see you later.